I go by the name Kip Musa. So, uh, for the returning subscriber, I salute you. If you're new, please consider subscribe my YouTube channel. So, what I'm going to introduce today is that we have 3 episodes. This is the first episode that I'm giving out today, and the episode is so simple. It is the true story of a certain young man who has been so ambitious about doing great things in his life and life of his people in the village and in the place where they come from. They wanted actually to pursue something great ahead of them, and the vision was brought about by a young man who was so ambitious about his life and the life of his people in the village. Life in the village was not so good, and he wanted to change the life of his people. So, first of all, uh, he was born in 1980 in a certain village, a small village in Kenya. Then, because of his background, where he come from, the village was not good, as in the life of the village was not that good, and he was ready to go and do other things like farming, taking care of looking after the animals. Those were the vision. Those are some of the activities which were being done by other young men in the village. But the young man was so lucky. The white men came and they took him to school. Because of that, the young man went to school. He was so serious about education, and he was so determined to become a leader one day and rescue those small children in the village who were not able to go to school. So this young man by the name Tom, he went to the village. He went to a village school whereby he was ready to pursue education. In that school, he was the first person to score and performed very well compared with the rest of other students. Because of that, there is an incident I remember very well, like yesterday, an incident that made many people to believe that each and every day when you dream big, there is something great ahead of you and you can be able to achieve. Young man, an incident that made even himself that a day before that examination, there were a lot of materials that were not ready. There were a lot of materials that was not available. One of them, it is the revision materials. Secondly, there was no this examination material like cardboard, geometrical set and all that. When in Kenya, when you want to go for the preparation of the examination, there are some materials that you need to have it, or you prepare prior the day of that examination. So the young man woke up early in the morning, but because of the assistance from the neighbor, those people who managed to attend some of the school, they gave him all those materials that are needed. The young man went and sat for the examination. The exam came out. The guy performed exemplary. That was amazing incident that made many people believe that there is bright or green light at the end of the tunnel. Many people actually believed that that is the bond of hope in the village. The young man attended primary level education, did exemplary. A day before that day, there was so a lot of confusion, but he maneuvered, and he went and sat for that examination. The examination came out. He performed very well. taking another level of education, pursuing to the secondary level, there were a lot of obstacles. One of them is the school fees that he was promised after doing very well in primary level, the guy will go ahead and pursue his big dream. Now, because he did exemplary, the young man was admitted to one of the national school in Kenya, the best one. Because of the poverty in his village, he did not manage to attend that secondary school that he was called by the uh, by the by the national examination. He was chosen to go to attend that national school, but because of the poverty level that it was in the village, they tried their best to raise school fees for this young man to attend the primary, the secondary education. But it was so unfortunate that the money could not be able to. They could not manage to raise that amount that is needed by that particular school, so that this young man can pursue his education as he has been dreaming so big. The young man went to a nearby day secondary school. He did not actually, he did not stop dreaming big. He continued. First day, they collected some few textbooks, and then we have those exercise books, pens, and all that that was second handed. In fact, it was taken from a certain person who also attended one of the school the previous years, but he didn't also continue with this education because of the problem with the school fees. Now the young man started his secondary school in the village, going early in the morning and coming back in the evening. That was a routine for this young man, but he dreamed that there is green light at the end of the tunnel. Talking about this green light at the end of the tunnel, it's a big thing that attracted his attention. At the end of the horizon, what is there? He wanted to know what he is ahead, what is beyond this place, what is beyond the other place. He has been studying so a lot about he has been studying a lot about the cities, about the universities, and he wanted to attain a big grade there so that he can be able to go to the city to attain big things that he has been hearing it from the people. A place that it was so great. There is a lot of the opportunities that comes from that place, but no one has ever gone to that place. So it was a dream for the villagers to see their their young man. This young man wanted to go and pursue something that has never been done by anyone in the village. So it was a big dream to anyone around that village who wanted to see and look beyond the horizon. What is there? Each and every day, as the days goes by, young man attended Form 1 level, Form 2, Form 3. Reaching to Form 3, things becomes so tough to an extent that he wanted to drop from the school. There were a lot of activities which were being done. One of the fine day before reaching to Form 3, he lost some of his family cattle to pastoralists. To bandits because